Today, from Dublin, Ireland, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. It's the Dublin Antlers taking on St. Louis.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between our visitors and the Dublin Antlers. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at these Dubliners entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Anderson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Anderson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago. 12 catches, 126 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Craig. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Brought down at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 106 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, They've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
23 yards, the final tally.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Craig. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his pass incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Craig. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bulldogs are on the board first here this afternoon. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Now Anderson to throw on 2nd down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the bootleg, Anderson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. On the draw is Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Anderson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Craig. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Craig. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On second down, they'll run it here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
45, right.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Anderson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Anderson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Anderson. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Antlers have got it back to within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Anderson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of of just one. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Anderson from the gun on third down. And it's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now this offense comes back out on. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Leaping, and he makes the grab.
Well, you don't have to be super tall to still execute a good fade route. You run a good route, lean away from the defender.
How about a good pass?
There you go. There you go. You got to have that to finish things off, and they got the full combo on that play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Taylor. And some room to work. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, Anderson. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Operating from the gun, Anderson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Anderson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he'll just get rid of it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We begin in the NFC. San Francisco making the cross-country trek for the early game against Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. The Falcons looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Justin Herbert, strong in the victory, as his guys managed to cobble together their third win in an otherwise dismal campaign. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
50 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. 2nd and 1.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ready. Black 40.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
The throw over the middle taken in.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2nd down and inches.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Oliver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Right back to him on first down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Dublin's offense now set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he whips that one incomplete there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Then he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will
take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Fighting to stay upright, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They bring their punter out there now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Again, it's Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a give to Taylor.
And they'll accept that penalty.
First down, and they'll try to run the option left. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. Hart, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Curtis. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Anderson.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff. And just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here is another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch.
And my goodness, another interception. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. On the handoff, Taylor. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the home team here, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.